Hey, what's good with you, Collective? Good morning, Collective. I think I'm gonna give a message, and I should be able to do this without expletives, harsh words, and hard feelings. I mean, it kind of when I heard this one story this morning, it kind of like stirred me a little bit emotionally. But you know, Collective, especially as Black people in America, we've been stirred a long time ago. I actually saw two stories today that really put some things in perspective. I think I'm gonna share both of them, each of them, with you. The first story that I came across, and I'm scrolling, right, and it was an interview with these people, and it looked like it was a clip from the 1960s. And the title on the clip, it was kind of like captioned, these people were held in slavery up until the 1960s. I can't remember what state it was. It could have been Louisiana, Alabama, something like that. You know, maybe Georgia might be catching up a little bit, but I don't know, man. Whatever. What's some other states like? Racist states, right? And so in the 1960s, they had this family, and they were like living in this long row house. And first, the interview, they were interviewing this lady, this young lady. She wasn't really that young. I guess she might have been about 35 or something like this at the time. And they were interviewing her, and she was like, you know, if you can get us off of this land, we'll talk to you. But as long as we got to live here, you know, you can't say anything. And so I think the people who actually moved those people off of that land. And then you had like an interview from an older lady. I don't know. Maybe it took a few years to get this interview. I don't know if it was the same lady. It doesn't matter. But the point is, they interviewed this older lady, and she's talking about how like when she was a little girl, like they took her mom into the house, and it was like the wife and like the master, and the wife had taken her mom into a back room, and she said that they raped her mom. You know what I'm saying? Great, real rough, right? And then it was like I don't know whether it was the wife or the man. I mean, I guess they both supposed to be masters. They're talking about the little girl, and then one of them is like, "Oh man, she just like a little yearling whelp." This lady says they took her in the back room and left her bloody, man. Ridiculous. Now, this story did not surprise me, Collective, because as Black people, we know that this was the routine occurrence. I mean, slavery was a real weird thing. I mean, whatever white people, us Black people were living around, what kind of situation was that under slavery? Can you even imagine? I mean, the food that we ate. I mean, the no law. You know that all during the time of slavery in this country, Collective, and slavery was like what, 400 years? Or during that time, there was not one white person that was ever convicted, that was ever accountable for any harm done to a Black person. Well, maybe a free Black person, I don't know. But any Black people that were held in the bounds of slavery, I don't call people slaves, Collective. Those people were never slaves. And to think of calling a person a slave, it just shows who you are. They were people that were being held in the bounds and the bonds of slavery, man. They were people. And so this lady was telling that story, and it was, I mean, that's a rough story to hear. But like I said, it's not unfamiliar. I mean, Black people, I grew up in North Carolina. Can we even imagine how many lynchings, how many people were murdered in North Carolina before 1865? I mean, we only hear about the murders and the injustice after 1865 or after 1965. But could you imagine for 300 years how many Black people were murdered and groped? It's ridiculous. It doesn't necessarily make me angry. It makes me calloused and hard. And I'm gonna tell you, it's doing something new to me today, collective. This is the other story that I heard. So I hear this story that South Africans, I'm pretty sure they white South Africans. If they black South Africans, we wouldn't even let them officiate a soccer match. But white South Africans are claiming refugee status, and it's being accepted. They're being granted immediate immigration status, immediate Obamacare. I mean, if they even need it. You know what I'm saying? Because what they're doing is they're saying that they're escaping. What did they say they were escaping? Now I should post this story. They said they're escaping some kind of what's the word for it? I don't know, man. I don't even care. I can't think of the word right now. They're escaping something. It's bull. Anyway, what they're doing is they're escaping black people, right? And they're escaping probably accountability because black people taking their land back in South Africa from the people that colonized them Boers, for all of those years. Personally, I've never met a South African person. But I have to tell you, man, I was in love with this lady for a long time. She was a really good friend of mine. Her mom was South African. And this lady was so delightful. She was just a beautiful person. That I know her mom was a decent person. Her dad too. They had to be. But I never met a South African. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't want to meet me. Maybe I didn't want to meet them. I don't know. I don't care. But the point is, this country is allowing these people to come over to this country. I don't have a problem with that necessarily. But after all of that racism over everybody else of a darker skin tone and hue, I mean, you know, Canada, same problem. I've been to Canada over 600 times, collective, and I'm gonna tell you, Canadians are not racist, but the border, those people are racist as America, man. And this is what's gonna happen, collective. So you're gonna accept this story and you're gonna try to sell me this line. Look, man, I'm American, and I'm gonna be American, but I am not gonna be under the yoke and under the rules of these racists. No more, collective. No. Look, I'm a good person. I'm an honorable person. I follow the law. I follow the rules. But I'm going to tell you one thing, collective. I'm not beholden to any law, any rule. From this country, not as long as you got that racist up there. You got him on the bench. You got him in the White House. I'm just talking about sitting in the Oval Office, in the president's chair, over me. Forget that, man. Nah, I completely revolt against any authority that will be imposed on me until you answer for the 400 years of slavery that you imposed on us. Until you can answer. What's the hypocrisy with the immigration laws? Until you can answer for the growth, the great, the not just since Epstein. Let's go back 400 years, man. We're going to have justice, or we're going to have something else. But you're not going to have me. I came across another story this morning, collective. I'm not really that upset, man. Not really. I'm passionate, collective. There's a fire inside of me. I'm serious about it. Stark+Mad. Okay, collective. I might be a little angry. But look, this other story I came across, and this guy was very intelligent. He was from one of those southern states. He was from like Louisiana, Alabama. This was a white man. And he was talking about, he said, man, I only live in the country, man. I never even come to the city. He was like, but I had to come to the city because y'all gave me this traffic light ticket. He was like, this thing is unconstitutional, man. He was like, people have a presumption of innocence until proven guilty, but with this camera, you have to make me jump through all of these hoops just to get a hearing. Look, man, I'm not paying any tickets like that. I'm not paying that. I'm not upset, collective. I'm clear-minded now. I'm focused now. More time, respect.